He says he can make you rich, and you don't need money and you don't need education. All you need is to take his course, follow his advice, and the money will come pouring in. Well, thousands are signing up. Here's Steve Wilson's investigation.
Ever dream of living in a house like this? It's no dream for Tom Vu.
You think I'm at the country club? No, no, no. This is my house. This is my tennis court. This is one out of the 5 houses that I own in this very neighborhood.
Actually, now he owns 7 houses like this in his own neighborhood. You'd need some powerful paychecks to roll through life like Tom Vu.
A lot of you think you have a good job. You got nowhere yet, my friend. Look at the choice I have. 2 cars, 2 sport cars to drive. I got confused. I don't know which car I want to drive. What car do you want to drive, huh?
And you dream of setting sail with a boatload of sexy shipmates?
I invite you to come to my seminar. Learn how to make a lot of money. Once you have a taste of a good life, you will never go back.
And that's the lure that reels him in virtually every week to Tom Vu's real estate seminars. In just the first 2 days of this week, he's held half a dozen in 4 states. His lawyer says it's not fair to say Tom Vu is selling a scheme to get rich quick. But listen to how Tom Vu himself describes what he's hawking.
I call it the Tom Vu quick money-making system. And I've been teaching this system all over the country in the last 5 years.
He's pocketed cash from thousands of people by persuading them his secrets of success can lead anybody from rags to riches just by buying and selling real estate the Tom Vu way. He says you don't need money, you don't need credit, you don't even need a college degree. He says he can teach you to make millions starting from nothing, the same way he did.
In 1975, me and my family came to America as poor immigrant people. We were broke, destitute. Take a look at this picture here. Me, mom, dad, 10 brothers and sisters have to live in a little bitty tent like this.
He came in America poor, and a lot of people say, hey, if he can't do it, I could do it. But guess what? 99 will not do it, will never do it. Those are the real facts.
Tom Vu hired this man to help teach, but he says it was Tom Vu who talked students into forking over big tuition fees, even when some of them could ill afford it.
Absolutely false. There's not a single person that would ever come to me and say, this is the last dime that I ever had, and I say, go to the seminar.
Well, I remember one student from Toronto.
Elmo remembers a man desperate to save his struggling pizza franchise.
And he says to Tom, he told me the story, he says, Tom, my last 10,000 or whatever the fee was at that time, I have it under the corner of my carpet in my living room. Should I take it and give it to you? Because that's the last penny I have.
And you told him to go get the money and sign up for the Tom Vu seminar. True or not true?
False. Absolutely false.
Tom answered, yes. Go under the carpet, take the money.
Why is Elmo saying that? Why do you believe in somebody like that?
I have plenty of people who are saying plenty of things just like that.
Take the isolated case, one at a time, my friend.
Vu says Elmo is disgruntled because he was fired. But anyone who goes to hear Tom Vu can tell you this.
He said right at the seminar itself, if you have to sell something to come, do it. If you have to mortgage your house, do it.
A lot of people don't have the guts to learn how to get rich, my friend. Well, you don't have the guts to learn how to get rich. You deserve to be poor.
The seminars Tom Vu talks about on TV are free, but they're mostly a come-on for other seminars he wants you to pay to attend. 2-day sessions in your hometown cost $1,500, but this is the program Tom Vu really wants you to buy into. His week-long real estate boot camp, where he says you can really learn to be a success. 19 people did it just last week, despite the $16,000 tuition per student.
The greatest success is yours. 19 students in this class, $16,000 apiece. That's $300,000 in 1 week, in 5 days.
That is a very, very low price to pay for my time and my expertise nowadays.
Low maybe in comparison to what he made not long ago when 100 people showed up and paid, we're told, $15,000 a head for a total of $1.5 million for a week. And we've learned the profit off his students doesn't stop with just their sky-high tuition.
They pay their own airfare, yeah.
To a travel agency, in most cases, owned by your family?
Oh, they can call another travel agency, yeah.
But you encourage them to use yours, yes?
If they want to, yeah.
Okay.
By operating their own agency, the Vus can quietly take a 10% commission on not just the airfares, but also the students' hotel bills, which run nearly $100 a night, whether they ever get to sleep in them or not.
Sleep is optional and food is optional.
For 5 days and 5 nights, with virtually no chance to sleep, students survive mostly on adrenaline. And when they're ready to nod off in the wee hours, staying awake is as easy as...
1, 2, 3. You're beginning to making your fortune.
Vu does meditation exercises so students can relax and contemplate all their cash to come. And whenever there are short breaks...
I will try.
They're supposed to be working the phones, looking for homeowners in a jam.
The key for you to make some quick cash using my system is to buy property from distressed people who have to sell quickly, like foreclosure, divorce, estate sale, bankruptcy, tax lien, and so forth.
It's not easy for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is the fact that most local realtors are not exactly big supporters of Tom Vu and his wannabe millionaires.
When students try to find those deals, what do you think most realtors tell them?
Look, buddy, if I find properties that low below market value, you'd be the last person in the world I'd call.
Offer them a sweetener, okay? Tell her to offer the interest rate going up.
Interest rate up.
Even though Tom Vu and his instructors work hard to show even the most novice student how to hammer out a deal, most have no money to buy.
That's the whole deal. That's why people pay so much money, because they're getting Tom Vu as a partner. And if you cannot afford it, I'll buy, he'll tell you. How many properties has he bought through joint ventures?
How many joint ventures in the last year with students?
This is a company trade secret.
What he does more frequently, when students find a hot deal, as this one did last week, Vu pays them a finder's fee and takes the deal and most of the potential profit for himself. Bottom line, virtually all his students may go home with a hug and a smile on their face, but call them months later, they're not smiling. We found only 1 out of 10 ever made enough money to even pay off their seminar expenses.
But the 9 out of 10...
Who cares? Hey, you should care about the 1 out of 10 that became a success. A lot of my students who are average people make a lot of money. Why not you?
You want to become rich? Go see Tom.
Hold it. How do you figure this guy named Al made $27,000 on 2 deals in 3 weeks? You don't suppose marrying the millionaire's sister had anything to do with it, do you?
Oh, that's my brother-in-law, Al Woodruff.
If I can apply the Tom Vu techniques and make $33,000 on this house, you can do it too.
And this fellow, guess whose office we found him working in last week? He is a Tom Vu employee. Well, if you pay Tom Vu all that money and still can't land a deal yourself, can you get your money back?
I do not promise anyone a refund. We do not give refund. You know why? Because I don't believe in that.
But what about this guarantee they give you to entice you to sign up and pay your tuition?
You have a guarantee.
We have
Here it is.
It's a unique guarantee. I'm proud of it. Let me show you this.
You're proud of it, but you sit here and tell me you don't do any guarantee.
Actually, he said he doesn't give refunds. And to get your money back with this guarantee, you'd have to spend 10 hours a week for a year and keep meticulous notes about how you failed. Only then would you be eligible to get any money back.
And how many refunds have you given, Mr. Vu?
How many refunds we have given? Very few.
How many?
Very few people who ever follow this guarantee.
How many?
How many? It's very few. You can name it in the finger.
9 out of 10 may be failing, but Tom Vu says...
I'm very glad that this is on national TV. At least that my seminar room will be filled with people. I would like to have just really, really hard-working people who really know what it takes to be a success to come. People have the right to run whatever they want to say, okay? I have done the best I could, my dear friend. You watch the people at the 5-day training. I have given my heart out, and they already admit that, hey, it works. They're leaving the room very happy. And when they go home, I cannot control their life, my friend.
Well, new students with a burning desire to be rich will have to dig a little deeper to come up with Tom's new tuition fee. He's raising the price soon to $20,000 per student. Just ahead, the man who stalked and killed Rebecca Schaefer is on trial. Did a rock song make him do it?
Ground transportation arranged through General Rent-A-Car, America's fastest-growing car rental company, with free unlimited mileage coast to coast. General Rent-A-Car.
On Thursday, Inside Edition investigates a Buckingham Palace insider who is reportedly dealing illegal drugs.